the Consumer Product Safety Commission is deciding on whether to ban gas stoves totally because of safety. Safety? We've had these stoves for over 100 years. It's totally fine to give fentanyl to addicts, but a gas stove is a threat to your life? Right.
So naturally, they decided gas-powered stoves, racist, and have to go.
First Lady Jill Biden getting roasted online for this photo of her cooking on the very thing that the administration was looking to ban.
You can't make that up. No, you can make stuff up. And that's what they're doing there all day long. So the last thing before we go tonight, all about gaslighting. If you watched Fox News in the last 24 hours, you might think that the U.S. government is coming for your gas stove. That is a new and absolutely ridiculous one.
That part about this entire gas stove debacle and debate is actually the true part. But we know this, the way that Republicans are going to approach something like this. You guys have heard the stories, but actually what it is now is politicians need to take advantage of it. Enter Ron DeSantis with more of the same stuff, just shifting it to this particular topic. Let's watch him.
It's great to be here, and I just, before we get into the meat of what we're doing, I just want to make it clear to everybody, when we say don't tread on Florida or let us alone, we mean that, including on your gas stoves. You're not taking our gas stoves away from us. That is your choice. And I know many people who cook a lot do not want to part with their gas stoves. And so we're going to stand up for that.
So are they upset about it? Is this something that you're mad about? Is the government coming? Is this the deep state? All the things that are being said, are they taking it seriously? Is this something serious? Because everything is a sitcom now in political discourse. If you're cheesing and smiling and talking about don't tread on me and let us alone, do you mean it? Like this is the energy that I'm talking about. It's turned into an absolute clown show, no matter what it is anyone's talking about. I have proof of that. Ronnie Jackson also tweeted, because let's jump on this whole thing. I'll never get my gas stove. If the maniacs in the White House come for my stove, they can pry it from my cold dead hands. Come and take it. Yo, this is a joke, right? Isn't that what Tina Fey is supposed to write? This is a joke. It's one of those obvious things that people are talking about, but it's supposed to be like over the top like this. There's more though, because Tim Scott also tweeted, posting about Biden and the gas stove thing, because the administration, specifically Joe Biden, is sending people to your house. He says you can always count on Biden to gaslight the American people. No one thought about that one. Also, another conservative speaker on Twitter said, just cooked a huge steak on my gas stove while the heater was running. And of course, somehow he adds Greta Thunberg to it, but probably may not want to interact with her, considering what happened to Andrew Tate when he started. Either way it goes though, who is actually the ones that were talking about this? In case you guys haven't seen this, there's actually a consumer protection agency that recommends people using electric stoves over gas stoves, because they've looked into these things, as they do with many products, and try and figure out, hey, is this harmful to you? I think it was Jackson or someone I was talking to the other day about this. Whenever there's people who are mad at folks who are trying to protect you or give you information about how to save your damn life, those are the people that you go after and attack. It's more of the facts on it from MSNBC. Really fast for you jump in here, Ben. Let's watch this.
So for fact's sake, let's get to the bottom of it. This all started with a Bloomberg interview where a US Consumer Product Safety Commission member, Richard Trumka Jr., said this about the appliance, quote, "This is a hidden hazard. Any option is on the table. Products that can't be made safe can be banned." The agency, generally speaking, is concerned about studies that link gas stoves to internal air pollution and childhood asthma rates. And it should be. The entire purpose of the agency is to review the safety of household products. Trump later clarified things and said they're not coming for anybody's gas stove, and any regulations would apply to new products only.
Then we better make sure we don't recommend people put carbon monoxide detectors or smoke detectors in their houses. Like, how dare you? I'd like to die peacefully. Thank you very much.
We've entered a time of complete farce. Everyone is farcical. It's unbelievable. One line in a report, and every single conservative, every Republican flips out and acts like this is a policy of the administration. It's so beyond stupid. The governor has signs printed up, "Don't tread on our gas stoves." You thought it was real cute, and what? Why? I'm sorry, why would you hand me another? This just says gas stove on it. Why would you be handing me a paper that says gas stove when I'm live on the air? And listen, JR, I wrote gas stove on that during this story. And I thought to myself, is this too prop heavy? Am I using too much props during this piece? And then remembered, the governor of Florida did it. The likely presidential leading candidate for the Republicans had fancy ones printed out. So it's not too much for the comedian to do it. That's what our leaders are doing. He thinks it's so funny, a thing that's a non-story. Let's print it and put it on the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and I'll get to smile like a goofy idiot and make people laugh. Jim Jordan literally tweeted, "God, guns, gas stoves." This is the stupidest group of people in the world. They don't legislate. They don't care about issues. They just want to be funny on Twitter while being hateful on Twitter. That's the world we live in. It is wild.
And sadly, I read we were talking about other things before, many things that people are being outraged by. When these serious stories are talking about it, they're saying these Republican politicians, this Republican pundit, whatever, they're targeting voters. It has nothing to do with policy. It's about making sure voters, whenever 2 years down the line now, they're thinking, remember that whole gas stoves thing that I don't remember what day it happened or what else we were talking about? I do just remember that we hated them for it. That is the only purpose here. It's not supposed to have anything concrete behind your policies, just as long as you're mad enough to vote against someone else for reasons unknown. That's 100%. Our political system now.
And for the record, most liberals, I would say, love gas stoves. I'll speak for myself. I love a gas stove. I like cooking on a gas stove. I don't have an electric one because I have an old house, and I don't think I could trust myself with an electric one because you don't see a fire, and I would touch it and I would burn myself a lot. So I like a gas stove. Let's stop the lies.
Well, it's similar with everything else. I like gas-powered, smelly cars. I have a Corvette too, except mine's beat up and it's 1984. So sorry, not like Joe Biden's, but it pumps a few emissions into the atmosphere. I like it, and once we can't do it anymore, I have to let those things go.
I have a Corvette Barbie. Wait, I shouldn't have shared that on the air.